Hi, everyone. I hope you are all having a wonderful week so far, even though we're only in Monday. Anyway, full disclosure, by the way, I told some of y'all might want to mute me this week because I've been journaling and I have a lot to say. I have a lot on my mind. That I've been thinking about. So that's what I meant by my post from I think it was yesterday or the day before. That I'm like, you might want to mute me this week because I have a lot that I feel like I want to, talk about. So this week, my focus really is on Ghana for. My focus is on Ghana for on so many levels, not just one, but levels. One of them is, which one should I even start with? Actually, you know what? The one that has been on my mind a lot is the whole just funeral thing, right? A few years ago, some of you may know, we lost my father-in-law in our home, and it was such a horrible, experience for all of us. And just going through that process and everything that I was able to see firsthand at what goes on in Ghanaian funerals. I mean, it's a beautiful experience, really. I feel like is the only way to describe it. It shows pride of like culture and community and family. And so trust me, there's a lot of beauty that goes in that. I mean, I've played when I got the videos for my father-in-law's funeral and stuff like that. I was so excited to share it with some of my friends because, I felt like it was such a beautiful display of our culture. But man, I think about it, I'm like, listen, some of these things don't make sense to me. I mean, most of like, I'm one of those people that if I'm thinking it, it's out of my mind, right? So people who have known me for a long time, like, especially, um, you know, anyway, in my younger days, will tell you, if I'm thinking it, it's usually out of my mouth. And so that's usually what gets me in trouble. But anyway, throughout the whole going through and just some of the things that I learned before I filed for my dad to come to the U.S., when he decided he wanted to come back, man, I told him, I said, listen, if you're planning to come and die here, don't come. And my father will confirm this for you too. I told him, if you're planning to come and die here, don't come, number one. If you are planning to get your body sent to Ghana before you, God willing, not God willing, but God forbid, my gosh. Girl, wake up. It's been a long day, y'all. But, God forbid, if, that time comes. Not if. Really, I'm going to go one day. I think my thoughts on that whole, it's different. It's like we're all going to go one day. And, what are we going to do with the time that we have here? But anyway, back to the story. So we basically, I told him, I said, if you're planning to come and die here, don't come. If you're planning to die here, you need to make sure that you inform the family back home that I am not sending a dead body back to Ghana. I got 5 kids, 5 of them who are in Catholic schools, by the way. So yeah, I'm not sending a dead body to, what is it called? Ghana. And when it gets there, if, God forbid it happens here or wherever it does, you know, but if it's here, I will volunteer my time, make sure that it's all like taken care of and all of that. But in terms of finances, if you're looking for one of these elaborate funerals, it's not going to happen. I got 5 kids. I like to travel. So, yeah. And I told, for some of you who don't know about my background, my father is also from, I guess what you would say back home, a royal family, right? And my uncle serves actually under the Ashanti King, which, I guess is pretty cool. I'm proud of all that he's doing in our region. And over time, when I see people like, send me anyway little videos, like especially when Asante Hema died, and my friends will, like, some people would, who knows that he's my uncle. So yeah, people would send videos like, oh, hey, I saw your uncle on TV or whatever. And it's always encouraging. I always show it to the kids because I think it's so important for kids to just know, this is where you come from. But anyway, that's another tangent for another day. On this current tangent, so because of all of that, I know that, like, when that time comes, the expectation is going to be that, we send the body, if it happens here, that we send the body back home. And for me, it was very important that my dad understood that and that the family understood that, because you're not finna stress me out during that time. It's not gonna happen. And I don't want to be put, because most people that know me know I'm very direct. It's harmless, but I'm very direct. And okay, I don't want to be in a position where, oh, Evelyn didn't talk the right way, so now I'm going to have to, I don't know, apologize, but I don't know. But the bottom line is that I don't want to be put in that position. And I think it's very unfair when it's very unfair when some of these conversations don't happen and you don't know what the other person's expectation is, and there's no plan toward it, and the burden is solely put on the kids to figure it out, as if they don't got lives that still gotta, go on. And so, that's something that I really wish we would do better in our community. Because, y'all, the struggle is real. Like, somebody is already grieving one of the most horrific things they will ever go through. Why the heck are you putting them through a ringer? It's like you're not even giving the person the time to grieve. And then, of course, our funerals are so long, and sometimes so far apart. There's a Thanksgiving service. Which, again, all beautiful, but I love the ones that's like in one weekend, we knock it out and we go. But when now you got to travel here, it's too much. It's stressful for the kids. Man, if they're not telling y'all, I'm telling you guys, for the Ghanaian parents listening, it is stressful for us. So y'all put your affairs in order, before, yeah. I know a lot of people are thinking like, Evelyn, you have lost your mind telling your African parents, like, if this is your expectation, this is what I can and cannot do. And this is what I need you to do to make sure that we're on the same page. Some of you might be like, man, this is insane. But I'm telling you, like, what's happening is not right. It's not right. Obi ohonomo what's not brochri ha say nom. The whole life. Like, what's not brochri ha the entire life. And because some uncles now want to make some money off of the funeral. And now all of a sudden, the person they only call when they need help is dead, and now the body needs to come back to Ghana magically. Why? Why? It does not make sense to me. So for me, it was important that my dad knew that. And you know what? I'm grateful. Man, I'm proud of that man. Since he came back, he's been doing like, he's okay in my books. But, you know, all the things that I asked him to do, he was able to, you know, whether it was exactly what I asked or not, but anyway, he's been able to address those needs. So now there is absolutely no ambiguity on what I'm going to do and what I can't do. Because I'm not going to drive myself absolutely nuts because now all of a sudden, because other people didn't plan for their stuff, I have to now be responsible for making it happen. And like the stress that it puts on families, the stress that it puts on, you know, yeah. You know, Ghana for my parents need so more. I'm person budget life insurance. Adem. Because of major life insurance, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be. Yeah, na ye be whoopee. Right? It's just a matter of when. Monko life insurance, money life insurance. Musumuwa. Now all of a sudden we're supposed to be doing all of this. Like, what is this? No. You know? So some of these like tough conversations, it needs to happen. It does. It needs to happen. You know, so yeah, you might want to go and ask your parents, what are your plans for when this happens? Because it is going to happen one day. You know, hopefully, God willing, a long time from now, but it's going to happen. And when it does, what are you doing to prepare for it? What kind of uncomfortable conversations are you like avoiding to have that you should be having? You know? But yeah, so for today on Evelyn's Tangents for Ghanaians, this is what I'm talking about. You know, you still have a chance to mute me, you know, for the rest of the week. Anyway, so yes, this week is about Ghana for like all of my opinions on some of the ridiculousness that I feel like happens in our community that we should be talking about, that we don't. Anyway, so yes, join. We will be having some of these conversations. So this week, my focus just Ghana for, Kasa Ghana for. Juma. I mean, me ho Juma, but me Juma de e bi wo me ho Kasa. But me compared to some Ghanaians, I'm like, man. We got this though. God is good. We got this. We're learning. We're doing better. Listen, making better choices for the next generation. Let's do it. Okay, y'all. Bye.